Hello, my beautiful Barca babies, and welcome back to the Undefeated channel for another episode of Wake Up and Barca, live Barcelona news right here on the Undefeated channel. Welcome, as I said, in today's episode, we'll be talking about the big comeback from behind victory against Celta Vigo, 3-2 to the good guys. Barcelona will be doing the good, the bad, the Barca, and I got some new graphics to show off. So if you are familiar, it's going to be new to you. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I'm excited to show it off to you. If you are just finding us, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are live every Monday and Friday with Barcelona news. Plus, we're live for all the matches, doing live commentary, supporting the badge, supporting each other. That is what we do here on this channel. We are a collection of culés from around the world coming together, talking about Barcelona, connecting, having some good conversation. So if you're into that, subscribe to the channel, participate in the chat, ask your questions, give your comments, let me know your opinions. I'd love to hear from you. With that out of the way, drop a like to show some love and support for the channel, and let's kick things off the right way, my friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuning in to the Undefeated Mustache John.
All right, cracks me up watching that intro now that it is almost 5 years old. That is wild. Speaking of wild, my hair is a little crazy right now. Still drying. Had a little afternoon jiu-jitsu class, hopped in the shower. It is what it is. So you're going to get to watch my hair dry as we do this. But that's not what we're here for. We're here for some conversation around Barcelona. We're going to start with, as I mentioned, I really do hope I just turned off my intro. I think I did. But we're going to talk about Barcelona with a 3-2 victory over Celta Vigo, a comeback. If you were here for the live, I appreciate you spending your time with me. It was an exciting one. Down 2-0 in the 80th minute, and then boom, Barcelona happened. Lewandowski with a double, and then Joao Cancelo with the winner. Are you kidding me right now? So excited. We're going to talk through some of the details in the good, the bad, the Barca. Give you a little teaser. We'll be giving out the mustache man of the match. But folks, I got some new graphics that we're going to be busting out for each of these categories, for each of these awards. So I'm excited to show that off. But before we get there, let's do a little match overview here. So like I said, goals from Lewandowski and Cancelo after we conceded in not just the 19th, but the 76th minute as well. Thought we were down, thought we were out. Not the case. We fight back. It was amazing results. Very exciting. 15 shots. 6 on target for Barcelona compared to 13 and 7 for Celta Vigo. 75% possession for the Blaugrana. Astonishing. 810 passes, 91% accuracy. Dominated possession throughout. Couple of hiccups defensively, and Celta Vigo capitalized. That's how we got in the position that we were in, but we made it happen. 3 points at home. Love to see it. 10 fouls compared to Celta's 11. 2 offside, 2 corners compared to Celta's 3. As we scroll down, what is it? What's going on? Who's top of the table there? It's Barcelona, baby. Yes, indeed. Real Madrid slipping up against 5th place Atletico Madrid, and it gives us the opportunity to jump ahead. Very exciting results. I wasn't even expecting this. I just assumed Real Madrid was just going to continue on with their winning ways. Didn't happen. So Barcelona, top of the table after that come-from-behind victory. Like I said, we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the Barca. We'll be giving out the post-match awards, including the mustache man of the match. You got time to get your votes in. We've got a poll going live in the chat. Let me know who you think should get the mustache man of the match. Lewandowski, Ter Stegen, Felix, Cancelo. Is it somebody else? If you got a different choice, let me know in the chat. This is where I'm going to turn to the chat, say my hellos, see who's hanging out with us. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Again, if you are watching on replay, let me know down in the comments who you think should get the mustache man of the match. We'll be getting to that in just a few moments. Let's see who we got here. Forza Barca, how we doing, sir? Greg, good to see you again. We got Jedi Trick in the house, says hello John, hope your day is going great. All culés are happy to sit on top of the table. Amen to that. Day is off to a great start. I hope yours is as well. Not Brandon, good to see you, says we were all Morata fans yesterday. Absolutely. Alex Hernandez, good to see you, brother. Says justice at the top of the table. They should be 9 points less. Some late winners from Real Madrid. It happens. Jude Bellingham, right place, right time. What can you do about it? Ahmed, hello and welcome. Connor, hello, sir. Welcome back. Barça says Bellingham didn't get his tap in. Yep, that's what we're talking about. Ayush is in the house. How we doing, sir? Says, got some time for my busy schedule. Your boy's in med school. Are you kidding me right now? We're going to have our first doctor on the channel? Let's go, Ayush. Very proud of you. That's awesome, dude. Jedi Trick says, Morata, it's my dream to score with my dream team against my dream team. LOL. Yes, very good. Morata with the back and forth going from Real Madrid to Juventus to Real Madrid to Atletico to Juventus to Real Madrid to Atletico. Whatever it was, zigzagging in between there. But does his old club dirty. Getting the winner, getting the results, and again, putting Barcelona top of the table. Very exciting stuff. So again, we're going to go into the good, the bad, the Barça. We're going to give out some awards. We will discuss some of the details of that win over Celta Vigo. And again, let me know your thoughts throughout. Give me your questions, give me your comments. And if you're watching on replay, do the same down below. Leave a comment. And everybody watching, drop a like, show some love and support. If you're watching over on TikTok, make sure you swipe over it. Click the link in the bio. That'll get you over to the Undefeated Mustache John YouTube channel. That is where you want to be. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, oh my gosh, John, that shirt is so cool. Where did you get that? Well, we got the link pinned in the chat. It is barcamerch.com. Check it out. We got t-shirts, we got sweatshirts, we got tank tops, we got polos, and we got more coming. I'm about to release some long sleeve tees, some crew neck sweatshirts, and it's gonna be nice. You're gonna like it. If you want this $18.99 Barca shirt, it is available. Check it out right there. $29.99 US dollars. But hey, you can get a little discount action. Stash Squad 10 at checkout. You get 10% off your entire order. You can get this shirt. You can get the Gavi. This is one of my favorites. I'm going to have to get it in red. Might throw this one on a crew neck sweatshirt. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're seeing any of these designs and you want them on a different item. If you want them on a crew neck, if you want them on a hoodie, something like that, let me know. We got options, folks, okay? If there's a demand, there will be a supply, all right? So check it out, barcamerch.com, Stash Squad 10 for 10% off your order. Link is pinned in the chat. Poll is still live. Let me know who you think should get the Mustache Man of the Match right now. I look for the results here. Let me see where we're at with the poll. Lewandowski's at 38%. Cancelo's at 38%. Ter Stegen, 24%. Oh, and Lewandowski just pulled ahead there with that last vote. So you got a few minutes. Get your votes in. Lewandowski, Ter Stegen, Cancelo, all splitting the votes. Felix, not getting anything right now. So you got a few minutes left. We're going to go ahead and jump on over into the good, the bad, the Barça from Barcelona's come from behind 3-2 victory over Celta Vigo. Let's begin, my friends, by talking about what was good about this match. Here we go. Brand new graphics coming up. I've got 4 boxes for the good box here. So we are starting with top of La Liga. Let's go. Like I mentioned, the slip up by Real Madrid. Thank you, Alvaro Morata. Appreciate you, my dude. We are top of La Liga, so we get 3 points. We're top of the Liga. Good things. Love to see it. What else was good about this match? Xavi's changes. Did not wait. Did not hesitate. Didn't do a Ronald Koeman waiting until the 84th minute to make a substitution. No. Yeah, okay, we'll get to Frenkie in a second. Change before halftime, whatever. Halftime comes. We're not happy with the results that we're seeing. Xavi says substitutions, formation change. And then he does it again, in like the 75th minute, something like that? Shaking things up, changing the players, changing the tactics. Xavi's changes here leading to that victory. You gotta love to see it. Gets himself a good box here. Continuing on with that. Some of you may have heard this already. The first time that Barcelona has ever had a 2-goal deficit in the 80th minute or later come from behind and won in La Liga. amazing results. Hate to say it like this, but a la Real Madrid, okay? This is what you need to be champions. You need to be able to dig deep to find those results, to dig it out. So the fact that we were able to come from behind, not just get a draw, but get a victory late in the match, you love to see it. Gets a good box there. The final good box and the good award, we'll say. These are going to have to start being actual awards. The good award goes to Felix. This is a bit of a continuation, and there is an argument here for a few different players, but starting things out, that initial spark, getting the assist to Lewandowski, very clever little chip pass to the Polish striker to knock it in. Not an easy finish by any means, but let's not overlook the efforts of Joao Felix here. Like I said, few other players that could have squeezed in to a good box here, but the official award goes to none other than Joao Felix. Let me know in the chat. Let me know down in the comments if you're watching on replay who would get the good box for you as we jump on over and we talk about what was bad about this match. Again, new graphics. Let me know what you're thinking. We've got 3 boxes to give out for the bad awards here. Starting with, hate to say it, not so much the performance, but just the fact that we really kind of pushed his return from injury early, okay? You saw that Araujo was a little bit uncomfortable, a little bit uneasy in his return. I would have loved to see him remain on the bench, get a full break. We got a lot of matches coming up. So Araujo coming back from injury maybe a little bit sooner than what Xavi would have liked, definitely sooner than what I would have liked, is bad. We don't want that. Love that he's back. Don't get me wrong. Love that he's back. But I wish we would have taken our time just a little bit here, okay? Hard to argue with the results. In Xavi we trust. But I would have liked to see Araujo take a little bit of time coming back. So first bad box goes to an early return from Araujo. Continuing on, Ferran Torres. I know I'm picking on him, but I think what we're seeing is Ferran Torres might be best off the bench. Started on the right wing, very quiet performance through most of the match. Ended up being shifted around once the substitutions came, once the formation change came. Got a little bit better there, but not the Ferran that we want to see. So the fact that starting in the 11, trying to get a full 90, might not be the best of Ferran, I'm going to say that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. Not a bad thing to have a specialist coming off the bench, but bad for Ferran in particular if he's not able to produce the same once he starts from go in the starting 11. So how can we get the best of Ferran from minute 1? Again, in Xavi we trust, but right now the fact that Ferran is more productive off the bench than he is in the starting 11, it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. But you know where I'm going with this. The bad box, the award, is going to go to the Frenkie De Jong injury. You hate to see it. Frenkie De Jong picking up a knock in the first half, having to get substituted off. A lot of concern. He might be out all the way up until November. This is not what we want to see. So the bad box, of course, goes to the injury of Frenkie De Jong. Nothing to do with his performance. Purely just the fact that he picked up that injury. Add him to the list. Pedri out, Araujo just returning from injury, and now Frenkie De Jong unavailable until potentially first or second week of November. Get in the bad box. No more injuries. Hate to see it. Anyway, shake that off. We're now going to talk about the BARÇA award nominees. Now, this is a special category that is really mustache man of the match nominees that didn't quite get it. So these are the players that represented the badge, that were true to the Barcelona DNA. You get yourself some recognition in the BARÇA box, okay? We've got another 3 to give out here, starting with Gavi. Getting that late assist from Cancelo. Are you kidding me? Picking him out on a ridiculous angle. There's shots you can get on Twitter. There's plenty of people who have captured it. He had Balde to his left. easy little 5-yard pass. He had Gundogan at the top of the box asking for it. He had Lewandowski who wanted it, hand up. He had, I believe it was raphinha, far side of the pitch, asking for the switch. He was wide open. Plenty of options for Gavi. He said, nah. I see Joao Cancelo. I see space. I'm going to play the perfect ball in for the match winner. Are you kidding me? So that play alone gets him one of the Barça boxes for this match. It's a prestigious award. Gets himself the Barça box for the assist on the match winner. The second box, maybe a bit of a surprise, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Ter Stegen. Not a clean sheet. Gave up a couple of goals. Hard to blame the goalkeeper for those ones. And then later in the match came up with huge saves a couple of times, blanking the opponents to make sure that Barcelona had the opportunity to come back and win. So Ter Stegen doing big things despite not getting the clean sheet, kept his head in the game. All right, the mentality was there. That's what I want to call out. That's what I want to acknowledge. That's what I want to pay some recognition to. So Ter Stegen gets himself a Barça box. But the award is going to Lewandowski. Getting the brace. Again, Joao Felix sets him up for the first one. Joao Cancelo sets him up for the second one. And in particular, the second goal. Great patience, great composure from Lewandowski. Stayed where he was. Didn't make any run. Got to the just above the penalty spot and then let the play unfold. He didn't panic. He didn't lose his composure and run near post, far post into where the defenders were marking space. No. He stayed where he was. He found the space, sat still, waited for it, and that's what earns him the Barça box. Lewandowski on the brace. And then, of course, you got to give the mustache man of the match to none other than Joao Cancelo. Amazing performance. Sets up Lewandowski. Again, talk about composure, talk about vision, talk about the right decision, and then gets himself the match winner. Are you kidding me right now? The passion, the commitment that we're seeing from both Joaos, but we're giving the praise to Joao Cancelo right now. Off the charts impressive. I know they say don't fall in love with lone players. You're making it hard, Joao. You're making it real hard on me, dude. Oh, my goodness. Great performance across the board. Tremendous performance from Barcelona. But we get Joao Felix in the good box, the Frenkie De Jong injury in the bad box. Lewandowski gets the Barça box for his brace. Joao Cancelo gets the mustache man of the match. That's where I'll turn to the chat. I want to know your opinions, get your thoughts. What would you change? What would you keep? What did I get right? What did I get wrong? Who gets the good, the bad, the Barça box? Who is your mustache man of the match? I'd love to know your opinions. I'm going to turn to the poll here, see where we landed. Y'all had Lewandowski with 52%, Ter Stegen with 17%, Cancelo with 30%. So we got some debate here because I went with Joao Cancelo. I think maybe eventually I might be able to set this up in a way that I can do a live, like I get 2 votes, you get 1 vote, and maybe we do like a Twitter poll and that gets a vote too, something like that. We might be able to come up with something clever, but anyway, for the time being, it's really just to gauge the audience. So I appreciate you participating. For those that picked Lewandowski, let me know why you think it should be Lewandowski. Same for Ter Stegen. I'd love to hear your opinions, but I am going to turn to the chat. Let me know your reactions. And then also, what do you think of the graphics? Huh? We got brand new graphics. We've got the good. We've got the bad. We got the Barça, baby. And then, of course, we kept the classic mustache man of the match. I might change that up. We'll see. But I'm liking it. The good. The bad. The Barça. What do we think, folks? Let me know. For those of you that particular have been around for a while, you've seen the changes come and go. Love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your feedback. This is where I will turn to the chat, my friends. See what we got going on. Jedi Trick says, still waiting on a Lewandowski hat trick. Mohammed says, Gavi MVP. Hard not to love Gavi. Of course, unless you're not a Barcelona fan, in which case you probably hate Gavi for some reason. Gavi. Greg says, this is what happens when you actually give your striker the proper service. Amen to that. A lot of people complaining about Lewandowski, blaming it on him. You can't blame a receiver if your quarterback's no good. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that our quarterbacks aren't good, but the service has to be there, right? Service has to be there. Jedi says Cancelo played average for 80 minutes, but did turn up in the last 10. Average, okay, sure. I'll give you that. I would say he wasn't underperforming though, right? It's not like he had a crap match. I think average is probably accurate. FB says Frenkie De Jong injury super upsetting. Hopefully other midfielders step up in his absence. Amen to that. And actually, if we jump over the update here, like I mentioned, we'll quote Barça Insider, who is quoting Alex Pintena, can't say her last name right now, and Javi Miguel saying Frenkie De Jong arrived at the team training this morning and was on crutches, practically ruled out for El Clasico, expected to return against Shakhtar on November 7th. Buh. Not what you want to see. That's about 6 weeks out, and he's been playing some of his best football, some of his very best football from Frenkie De Jong. So you hate to see it. Poor timing. Can't get Pedri back soon enough so we can open things up a little bit, have some more options. But we'll deal with it, folks, because we got another match coming up. Yes, indeed. It's not too long. Tomorrow, we got to rebound. We got to recover. We got Mallorca coming up. Mallorca is sitting down in 16th place. Only one win so far on the season. Barcelona, again, sitting top of the table. No big deal. Here's the squad. Of course, no Pedri, no Frenkie De Jong. Fermin Lopez sneaks in there. So we're going to go over a starting 11. We'll talk about predictions. That is coming up next. But a little preview here from Xavi's press conference earlier. He did mention in the upcoming matches there will be an average of 2 to 3 rotations per game. The goal is to have the players 100% fit and also prevent injuries. Another little update going into a predicted starting 11. When asked about Raphinha, he said Raphinha performed extremely well against Celta. He will be very important throughout the season. Of course, coming off the bench, really was a spark plug for Barcelona's comeback. He continued to say in the minutes he played, he was very good, showed generosity, and delivered a wonderful pass to Cancelo. He also said he hasn't played much because of his red card. If you remember, silly mistake, unnecessary, over the top from Raphinha. But Xavi says that's why he hasn't had the minutes and as many minutes as the rest. Excuse me. That's why he hasn't had as many minutes as the rest. I can read. Don't worry about me. Anyway, factoring all that in, we got to talk about a predicted 11. We're going to get into what we think Xavi's going to go with for a starting lineup. We will also be talking about our predictions in terms of the score outcome. It'll be happening in just one moment. I'm going to turn to the chat one more time. And again, drop a like if you're enjoying the content. Show some love and support. If you're watching live, if you're watching on replay, it helps. It really does. Make sure you subscribe, participate in the conversation. This is an opportunity to meet fellow Barcelona fans, your fellow culés from around the world. We got folks from Netherlands, India, England, Ireland, US, Canada, Mexico. We got folks from all over the globe watching. All are welcome here as long as you are here for good conversation and good football. That's the only criteria, all right? We support the badge. We support each other. That is what we do here on this channel. So if that sounds good to you, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you drop a like to show some love and support. And if you are watching over on TikTok, don't be shy. Swipe over. Click the link in the bio. That'll get you to where you need to be. We got Ovi in the house. We got Kudus in the house. My goodness. Racking up the regulars here. We got Sahil as well. Says Oriole in the good box for the only reason of the block that he made. Elite. Definitely had a chance there, but that halftime substitution, tough to get a good box. Ovi says the graphics are amazing. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Again, new graphics for the good, new graphics for the bad, new graphics for the Barça. There might be some tweaks here and there as we go, but I'm liking it. I know it took me a while to get there, so I hope it was worth the wait. There might be some other updates coming in the future. We will see. We will see. Greg says, Ayush says improvement in classic rest is fire. Ayush, I don't know if I'm reading that wrong or if I missed something. Jedi says Puyo wallpaper is GOAT status. Love it. What else we got? Love to see the stash mod connections. Ahmed says, John, do you know Talk FCB channel? I am familiar, have not actually connected with that channel, but I am familiar. Yes, indeed. Greg says, to be fair, this is why we bought Gundo, so we have proper cover now if we lose someone to injury. Yeah, Frenkie and Pedri down right now, but we got Oriol, we got Gavi, we got Gundo, we got Fermin Lopez, and I know a lot of you don't want to hear this, but we got Sergio Roberto as well, who in the midfield for me can still have an impact. Not at right back. I don't want to see that. But Sergio Roberto in the midfield, you know what I mean? Anyway, folks, like I said, we've got Mallorca coming up. That's going to be tomorrow, 3:30 p.m. Wrong button, John, you goofball. 3:30 p.m. Make sure you are tuning in. Support the club. Unfortunately, I'm going to be stuck at work, so no live. And just while we're here, bad news, no live Friday either. These weird times, tough to do. I need the Saturday and Sunday matches. You know, I'm trying to clear my schedule so we can do Champions League. Group stage is going to be a little bit tough, but knock on wood, once we get out of group stage, springtime, calendar clears up a little bit. Boom, we'll be live anyway. So I'm going to miss the Mallorca match. I'm going to miss the Sevilla match, but we will be live Friday for another round of good, bad, and Barça. We'll do a match recap. Anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. Okay, so that's the news. Missing the next two lives. Whatever. Moving on. Barcelona versus Mallorca. Xavi said 2 or 3 rotations. So who do we think is going to be starting in the 11? Who do we think is going to find their way to the bench? Let's talk about it. Ter Stegen between the posts. Doesn't change. I imagine Inaki Peña will get the starting role for Copa del Rey. Other than that, it's Ter Stegen all day. He doesn't get tired. There's no reason for it. He's out there to stop shots. That's his job. That's what he does. We're going to let him do his thing between the posts. Playing in front of him, we're getting back to Balde. Marcos Alonso getting the start on Saturday. I think that is enough rest for Balde. He did play in the second half, but I'm going Balde to get the start this time around. Same thing with Cancelo. I know he played 90 minutes. Of course, tremendous effort all the way through, getting that late winner. I think we stick with Cancelo because it's a huge drop-off if we go to Roberto. And I think there's going to be other rotations in that back line, i.e. Martinez. I think Jules Koundé is begging for a break. I think Christensen is begging for a break. Picked up a yellow card in the last match. Let's give it to him. Let's give Christensen a break. Let's give Koundé a break. Let's go with Martinez. Let's go with Araujo, who, again, I said looked a little bit uneasy, a little bit less than confident in his movement coming off the bench against Celta Vigo. But if he's back, he's back. Let's get him in the starting lineup. Let's get some of those rotations going. As we look to the midfield, no Pedri, no Frenkie, so it kind of makes the decisions for us. We got Oriol Romeu, we got Gavi, we got Gundo. Maybe you see Gundo with a little bit of a rest. Maybe he starts on the bench, and maybe you see a Sergio Roberto in there. I know some of you were like, oh, Fermin Lopez. I can't see Xavi going with Fermin Lopez and any of these two. I just don't see it happen. Pedri and Frenkie, of course, two of our best midfielders unavailable. So we're already going with our B, our C options. I can't see us going into Fermin Lopez unless it's later in the match. I don't think he gets the start. I think we see Oriol, Gavi, and Gundo in the midfield. Now, if we look ahead to our front three, I think this is, again, where we see some rotation, starting with Lewandowski sitting on the bench, Ferran Torres getting the start. I know I just ranted and raved in the good, the bad, the Barça about how Ferran may not be as productive in the starting 11 as he is off the bench. Let's find out. Let's test that theory. He started on the right wing. This time, let's have him start at striker. Let's have Lewandowski get a little break. We'll save him for Friday's match against Sevilla. This makes perfect sense to me. Lewandowski in good form, but he's taking a lot of knocks. He's taking a lot of kicks. So let's let him have a little break. Let's start Ferran Torres. Let's start Felix on the left. I know that is also an option maybe for some rotation, but if we're already taking out Lewandowski, I think we stick with what's been working well on the left-hand side, which is Joao Felix. And on the right, we go with Raphinha. He's got some making up to do. He's got some catch up to do in terms of playing time after that red card. Xavi called him out specifically, said he's been lacking on the playing time, not getting as many as the other right wingers because of that red card. So with all these matches happening this week, this is the opportunity for Raphinha to come back, reestablish himself as the number one on that right wing side. So Raphinha gets the start. On the bench, of course, we have plenty of firepower. We'll have Fermin Lopez. We'll have Lamine Yamal. We'll have Lewandowski. Defensively, Christensen and Koundé can certainly help us out. Sergio Roberto might slide into that midfield at some point. I would not be shocked. And if he ends up starting over a Gundogan or over a Gavi, perhaps, I could see that. I could even see maybe Gavi goes left wing, Felix starts on the bench, Roberto slides in the midfield. There's some options. So I'm giving you the most likely lineup that Xavi's going to go with here. That's what I'm thinking. If I got something wrong, let me know. Would love to hear your opinions. I'll turn to the chat. I'll get your thoughts. If you're watching on replay, let me know down in the comments. In terms of predictions, I'm going to go, I think we're going to be a little bit tighter defensively this time. I'm going to go 2-0 to Barcelona. I'm going to say goals from Ferran and Felix. The double Fs, baby. 2-0 to Barcelona against Mallorca. Ferran Torres, Joao Felix. Lock it in. Let me get your predictions in the chat. I'll turn and see what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Let me know. And of course, one more time, drop a like if you're enjoying the content. Show some love and support for the channel. See what we got here. Winston, how we doing, sir? Ahmed says, can I say I think Barcelona will cook Real Madrid so hard we will win plus 5 goals? My goodness. Well, a look ahead there. We, of course, have a lot of football before we get to El Clasico. We will get to that eventually. Mauricio, welcome, sir, says Koundé and Christensen are CBs. Yeah, but we need some rotation. Got tired legs. I think Koundé's played in every match so far. So Araujo returning, Inigo Martinez available. I think it makes sense. Get some rotations going. Ahmed says, I wish we get Vitor Roque very quickly. He will be very good. Well, not so fast. He is going to be injured until January, so pump those brakes. But I'm excited to get him when he is fit and healthy. Ahmed coming in with a 3-0 prediction. Greg coming in with a 2-0 prediction. My man Ayush says 4-0. Love it. Joao, Lewandowski, Ferran, Gavi. I hope you're right, Ayush. I hope you're right. I think it might be a little bit harder on the attacking side of things for Barcelona. And I think Xavi's going to be a little bit more focused on making sure we get the clean sheet. But hey, if it turns into a 4-goal thriller, I'll take it. Mauricio says, keep Lewandowski in the starting 11, but bring Ferran off the bench earlier than usual to rest Lewandowski for Friday. I could see that happening. Maybe like a halftime switch. I could see that. Presso says 1-0 and a goal from Romeu. Oh my goodness. If it turns out like that, it's going to be a boring match. But I'll take 3 points. Either way, I'll take 3 points. But a 1-0 with a Romeu goal, that to me means it will not be an exciting match. But we'll see. Thab Yahoo. How we doing, sir? Welcome. Shalom right back at you. Good to have you. Anybody else who's out there who is new, who's just finding us for the first time, I'm going to again invite you to join our community. We are a collection of culés from around the world coming together, talking about live Barcelona news, talking about the Barcelona matches when they happen, live commentary. You get to hang out with your fellow culés, support the badge, support each other. That is what we do. So this is your invitation to subscribe, participate in the conversation. A great opportunity to meet some cool folks. Got a great stash squad here. Ayush is heading off to bed, and we are actually going to wrap things up. So Ayush, you won't be missing much. I appreciate you, my friend. One more time, if you're looking for the latest, greatest, coolest gear for the culés, hop on over to BARÇAmerch.com. Link is in the chat. Get 10% off your order with Stash Squad 10. We got t-shirts, we got tank tops, we got sweatshirts, and more. Check it out. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Make sure you go out there and have lots of positive interactions, high fives and hugs for whoever wants them. I won't be around for the match tomorrow, so make sure you're cheering double hard for me. I'm going to have to watch it on replay most likely. We'll catch up on Friday. We'll do a little match review and a match preview for Sevilla. Hopefully we'll still be sitting top of the table. Other than that, as Ayush just pointed out, make sure you join the Discord channel. We are live there. Link is in the chat. Check out your gear on BARCAmerch.com. That's it. I love you all very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. We'll see y'all next time. Mwah.